Reality.tv.
Welcome to week 5 of Adelaide Super League. We have East Adelaide Force in black up against the Northern Flyers in white. East Adelaide Force coming in 3-1. I think the Northern Flyers, are they 2-2 right now? Yeah. I'm George, and I'm joined by Vish of the West Speech Titans with the other 3-1 team.
Pleasure to be here. Yeah, so last time these two teams met, the Force took it 15-6, very much a blowout game. Hopefully we'll see a more competitive game tonight from both teams.
Yeah, I think the Northern Flyers were missing a couple of key players. I think it was Ted's week off.
Yes.
And I also think Nathan Dignam was away as well.
Yeah, those are key players, and you know Ted has already expressed before the league started that he would be load managing himself. Thank you.
Yeah. Also, probably pretty keen to beat his brother Murray on the other team.
Yeah. The hot take: Murray got picked above Ted this draft, and you know Ted didn't seem too happy with that.
Well, he was playing half the game, so don't know if he can complain so much about that.
That's true. That's true.
And he's been taking his load management very seriously. Literally only playing half the games.
Yes, quite literally, and I believe he's allowed his captain to decide which games he will be playing. So I assume we'll see him in the finals, maybe the week before the finals, and you know, whenever else.
I thought he was just taking every 2 weeks off. I don't think he actually cares about what his captain thinks.
We'll see. We'll see how the league shapes up, what Ted's attendance looks like.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We have Northern Flyers starting on defense here. We'll get a sub check. Pretty light. Seems like only Sam McConnell's on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, and Singh, of course. Not sure if he's playing.
Not sure. He's not wearing his cleats, so he might not be playing this game. But Sam McConnell looks ready to go. The man's a workhorse. He loves to play frisbee.
Yeah, probably doing a lot of handling today, you'd imagine.
And the wind, as for the wind, it seems to be going right to left on your camera. So I guess Flyers will be starting upwind, and Pauli's Force will have to work their way into the wind.
Yeah, relatively cool day after the scorcher yesterday. 36 degrees, I think. But it's rained today. It's cooled down, but it's not wet. It's just windy.
Yeah, it was raining a little bit earlier, but the weather's cleared up. It's quite nice frisbee weather. We'll see if any of the players on these teams would be experiencing a little bit of fatigue from the weekend. Big Kev's was on Saturday.
Yeah, beach
so
tournament.
Couple of sunburnt faces. Hopefully not many tired legs though.
Sean Davis at the pool right now.
Pool goes up. Pally fields it right into Joe's hands. Yep. Joe to Sean Lace.
Keeping it easy for now. Greg's got it in the middle. Looking for options. Not finding much. Back to Sean.
Lace calls for it. Goes back to him. The options aren't really there. He's taking a little bit of time, not looking at his dump, surveying the field. This to Pally.
Oh, he puts it up straight away.
You got to trust Greg in these matchups.
Wow, he just skies Ted.
Made it look effortless.
All reliable. Ben Pally to Greg.
Old reliable, anyone to Greg.
Yeah, Greg ruining a lot of hat tournaments because everyone realizes you can't put any kind of throw with Greg. So any team that Greg ends on is a team with a bunch of non-throwers because he's that good, because that's what he can do. Straight to Greg, doesn't matter. Ted's good in the air as well, but
yeah, Ted's definitely a receiver you would back, but Greg is just doing Greg things out there.
yeah.
So East Adelaide Force goes up 1.
Not much you can do about that. Well, easy hold. Doing as they should be.
Yeah, as you would expect from this team. They're quite a quality team. So Sean Lace has got the disc ready, raring to pull and run it down as he does.
It'll be interesting to see who's got pulling duties on this team. Pale often backs himself, but towards the end of last game, he's given the disc to Sean a lot.
It works out. I mean, Sean Lace is a good puller, and We'll see. I reckon we'll see one of those Ben very high outside in roller pulls come out, especially if the wind picks up as it is doing right now. So we'll see how the Flyers handle it.
Yeah, I think someone's probably vetoed Palais pulling because he's not playing Outbreak, and of course this is an Outbreak-sponsored league.
Sean Lace puts up a big pull, fields it.
Yep.
Sam Connell.
Speak
Sam
the devil,
Connell to
the
Sam
Sam's
Cam.
handling.
Sean Davis with the initiating cut to Gareth. What can you produce? A dump, an easy dump. Sam Keon takes that right in front of Sid's face, and he throws it away on a quick backhand.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. One bladed a bit out.
Sean Lace picks up the disc on the sideline, knocked by Sean Davis. Looks for a dump. Joe, he's gotten so quick these days. Back to the middle to Sean Lace. Surveying the field and
Ooh.
just a throwaway.
I think Joe might have touched that, or did someone else touch it? It definitely touched somebody. I couldn't quite see. There's a
Well,
few spectators in the way.
yeah, receiver might be saying it's the handler's fault. The handler might
Let's
be
have a
saying it's the
look here at
receiver's fault.
replay. Okay, this is Sam's throwaway here.
Yeah, this is the throwaway.
Just
to
out of the
Ted.
reach of Ted.
And we're
Oh,
back. Keon looks for that centering dump to Gareth. Gareth throws a backhand that
Works.
works, yeah.
Whoa, what
Looks
is
like
that?
it's
That's
gonna
a
rise.
left-hand push pass. So easy.
Gareth doesn't look like he's producing much, but uses his fakes well. Moves Greg into that lane and gets it to Izzy. Izzy to Ted. Oh,
Oh, Sean saves that one.
yeah. Looks like he wanted to huck that, but no, he just takes the easy one up the sideline to Izzy.
I'm going to do a bit of switching, I feel.
Yeah. Inside to Izzy.
He's
Looks it
got
up
a
that
lot
break
of
side.
disc.
Almost every other disc, but he's going downfield and he's not marked right now. Greg's playing the old man defense. Gareth looking a little stuck in that sideline. Looks to dump.
I think this is the favorable sideline. The wind is coming the other way.
Yeah. Keon's got the disc. Looks to Sean Davis.
Oh, big around. Just a bit too far out of the reach.
Eventually stops the roll. Ben picks it up. Looks to move it quickly. Oh, he's made Sid turn his back. And he's
He's got onto it.
got it.
Ben's second assist now. He's very happy about that.
Oh, he wants to let the sideline know, hey, that was my assist. I want those 2 points.
Unfortunately, playing a bit too well right now.
We see the replay. Paule just picks up the disc, looks to shoot quickly. Recognizes how open Sid is, just throws the IO backhand into that fat side.
Yeah, a bit unexpected there. There was only one player in front of him, so I didn't think he'd pick up the disc. And then, there was only one player he could throw to, so I didn't think he'd throw it. But
Yeah, there was one person on offense and one person on defense down there, but he made it work, so.
backs himself and backs Sid.
All right, Force are up 2 now. Think we're gonna need to see some clean offense from Flyers here. A 3-0 deficit is definitely not how you want to start off the game. If they do lose the point, I reckon a timeout would be in their best interests. But we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, it's a great screen. Both these teams looking a bit up there in age. You're the captain of the Blue Tongues Open men's team. Any of these players on these rosters, or?
Yeah, Murray, as you can see there
Murray,
in the blue shorts, number 3 on duck. He was a very good player, and actually, he's fills a very good receiving / grinding cutter role. If you look over to Light, Gareth, a Blue Tongue alumni, but unfortunately, he's a bit too old to be a current Blue Tongue.
Yeah. So it's only Murray.
Yeah, just Murray.
He's been playing well this league, working hard.
Sean Lace puts up the pull, fielded beautifully by Sam O'Connell to Keon, gaining some yards with that throw. We'll see. We'll see what kind of defense. Looks Izzy to Steven.
Centers to Kaon. And he
He
just puts
shoots it.
Sam
Sam
O'Connell.
O'Connell is so free.
He's got all the time in the world. He just
He
takes
just
that.
catches that. 2 hands. Barely gets off the ground.
Yep. Went from the handler space into a deep cut. And
As you
yeah,
see
like
here.
you see right here on the bottom of the screen, he's just running across. Sean Lace wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah. You'd think Sean Lace is more of a lockdown defender, but might have just been watching that disc a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was poaching a bit, looking for something a little cheeky, but
Yeah, it looks
unfortunately
like
nothing.
Force maybe try to come out with maybe a bit of a clamp just to stop an initial play, which usually looks to move the disc to Sean Davis. But well, Flyers have scored and they bring it back to 1-2.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Flyers just been punished a bit for their mistakes, whereas the East Adelaide Force has been capitalising a bit. Pretty clean point from the Flyers' last point. Izzy working well, playing well this game.
Yeah.
Working those unders, working the handler space.
Early days, but he's looking good, and when Izzy starts to get going, that's usually a good sign.
Yep. Oh, Gareth is pulling here. Is he a D-line player?
Yeah, he's on D-line.
Yeah.
I would think maybe a Sean Davis or a Sam Keon would see that pull, but Gareth does not want to give it up, throws that disc, and he does well.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Does well.
Oh, Keith is
handling.
This
Yeah.
is cheeky.
So they've got 3 back now. Joe surveying his options. There's not much. And of course, Greg always generating unders because you never want to let him go deep. Greg moves it up to Ben.
Ooh, Kevin was there, but not quite enough space.
Joe making some room. Oh.
Oh, Sean Lace. Got big there. Great throw by Joe.
Joe with the visionary throw.
Big outside in.
Yeah, we'll take another look at it. Ben fakes the deep shot. Joe generates that under. Just puts out that shot. Backs his receiver. And Sean Lace goes up.
Sean Lace wasn't
grabs
even
it.
looking at that, and Joe just threw it. He just backed him.
All right, and Force
Ooh.
go up 3-1.
Sam. Yeah, Sam Cowan. Bit of a limp right now.
Ooh.
Injury update. Injury watch. Short on subs. I think only one. Yeah,
Yeah,
his
only one
singer's
that
not
we can
playing.
see. And it might be a difficult 7-man rotation for the Flyers. Steven, he's very good, but you usually can't back him to play many points in a row, which means they might need Sam Keon to just play through his limp, I guess.
It's true. That's why you take a big squad out to nationals. How many is it? 22 in the Outbreak A squad?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
It's a big squad. That's the dream.
Take it, only play like once in every 2 or 3 points.
Well, if it was up to me, I'd have an even bigger squad than that, but
Mate, if it was up to you, you'd just be bench captain.
I would. Well, that's why I'm the manager. You're essentially the bench captain, and you never have to play. And you still get credit.
Oh,
There you
love
go.
it.
Paolo's back to pulling duties. Sam
Pull goes
McConnell
up.
must be feeling this pull.
Might be the best pull we've seen all game. Sam McConnell confidently fields it, centers to Keon. As we look to here, it's always that initial play looking to Sean Davis. And he doesn't get it, but Gareth does.
Yeah, Win starts to pick up. Oh,
Oh,
Ted just
Ted puts it up. It's Sean Davis versus Sean Lace this time.
Oh, Sean Lace just got into good position there.
Yeah.
Sean Davis misreading it a bit, flying over the top of them.
Lace will pick it up. Looking upfield, Murray gets looks very free under, but gets looked off, and the disc moves to Joe. Now to Sid.
Oh, he was looking for that. And he just throws it
And-
away. Maybe he should have just gone for the deep shot.
Oh, at least the disc would have turned down the other end.
Yeah. Injuries don't matter. He can just pick the disc up and throw it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sam Cowan.
And Flyers capitalizing on that surprising turn from Force.
Now I have to update the scoreboard. How windy it is. You just usually just look at the scoreboard and how much it's flying around on its own. It's doing quite a bit of that.
Our budget windometer.
Northern Flyers really capitalizing on that mistake by Sid. Just an unfortunate backwards dump throw.
Yeah, he looked at Joe and he just kind of whipped that backhand out. Maybe didn't recognize the wind will act up a little bit on those throws and just goes out of, just flies away.
I think that has been the weakness of East Adelaide Force. They sometimes just have some questionable throwaways that you don't expect from them, considering how skilled they are.
Yeah, I think at times it can come from Ben Paule. At times it can come from the other members of their team that aren't the dedicated handlers. So we'll see. We really need Force just needs to lock in a little bit, take an extra half a second to look at those throws. The idea was good by Sid, throwing it out into space for his dump to get to, but just the execution just wasn't there. And I think that's something we'll see improve as the game goes on.
Yeah. And just notable absence, Alice from the East Adelaide Force.
Of course, the heart and soul of the team.
Usually working those unders super well.
Sean Davis puts up a big pull. This looks like it's going to be a brick, however.
Yeah, it's flying out.
And
goodbye, disc.
Slowly drifts out. Ben Paule in no rush. He'll walk that disc up.
Nathan Dignan makes some sort of comment about me, but I'm not sure what he's saying.
Something about the headphones. Maybe
Yeah.
that they look good on you. Ben Paule starts with the disc. And they look to generate an under with Greg. Up!
Yeah, he
It's going
puts it.
up. Sid runs it down.
Wow.
Scores an easy goal.
Second goal now for him. Can't throw it away. He just catch in the end zone.
Hey, that's a matchup you'll trust though. Whoever Sam Keon has got is usually a good matchup to run against. We can see Sid just turns the corner here. Sam, maybe a few years ago would have had the pace to make that, but all they can do is look on as Sid runs it into the end zone.
Yeah, he's also nursing a bit of an injury right now, as Tyler has pointed out.
Yeah.
He's
and
walking back gingerly right now. He's only halfway back as the rest of the team's made it back onto the line.
looks like Flyers have got 7 on. Maybe Sam will get a well-deserved break.
Yeah, we're watching.
Makes you wonder if the Force are going to look to exploit this Sam Keon matchup throughout the game.
Yeah, it is a bit unfortunate when you're short and you have an injury. And all these players can cut deep.
Yeah, a lot of players on this team can cut deep, and all of them are very capable handlers who can hit those throws. We saw Ben Paule hit that IO backhand Sid earlier. Even the handlers can cut deep. I mean, we saw Sean Lace make a nice grab over Sean Davis earlier. Ben Paule rallying the troops, telling them, all right, it's time to go up 3. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, Joe Petrie is off, so someone else will we have to handle if they turn the disc over.
Makes you wonder if Ben Paule will be going back. And
that one, all those discs go in the same spot.
Maybe
Going
not.
way
Maybe he won't
out
be handling.
onto the other field. Watch out.
That disc goes all the way to the other field.
Thank you to our camera person, working very hard to turn the disc all the way around.
Had to turn that camera, yeah. Had
turn the camera all the way around.
Had to really work to capture just how far that disc went out. And Sam Keon slowly walks it up. It's that brick mark. Looking, of course, the generator from Sean Davis. Who else?
Break side.
Gets a free throw to Ted. Makes you wonder if he's going to think about those deep shots, and he does. Sends it to Sean and sends it to Sam.
Inside
Goes
break
a sharp
there.
inside to Diggers. Diggers back to Sean. Sean, what do we look for here? A centering pass.
Starts to dry up a bit here. Steven. Sam Keon.
Looks it back to Sam Keon. Almost he went. Oh, he looks for that deep shot. Ted maxed it to himself. Makes the grab and.
I think Palais calling it out of bounds.
And looks like
they're
they
gonna
might have a
look at that.
discussion about this. We'll see a replay as this throw goes up.
Yeah,
Keon
bit
fakes off.
floaty.
Throws up the shot.
Oh.
Ted gives a little mac. Let's see where his feet land.
Oh.
It's
Really
a tight
depends if
one.
you think that back foot was down and he had control, but they're going to be calling it out. Sean likes to be bringing up the disc to front the end zone.
And we'll see if Force can again capitalize and punish this Flyers team. Looks break side. Keith makes a nice grab. Greg and Kevin gets up.
Yeah,
Kevin with the disc in the middle of the field, unmarked.
2 left-handers on this team, Kevin and Keith.
Pally looking for options.
Keith
Whoa.
getting that around.
Back to Pally.
Really relying on this. Oh, Gareth almost
Jean's
got
there
onto that.
with the disc.
Jin just
And
puts
Jin
around the
puts up
fat
a-
side.
Puts up a throw that you really don't know.
I think Nathan's going to claim that if you're
Relish
playing
those 3
fantasy at
points.
home.
Yeah. Oh, Sean generates a big under. And he's got Steven, but looks to send it back to Keon.
Oh, Sam Keon
Move to
working hard
Gareth.
now. He's going deep. He could go.
Oh, puts up a floaty one.
Yeah, I think it wasn't
And
so
it's back
floaty.
to
They could have
Gareth.
actually looked at Sam legitimately as a deep option
Moves
there.
to Diggers. What can he produce? Back to Gareth. Back to Ted. Back to Gareth. He's looking at every other disc right now. We'll see what he can produce here. He can be very good and very questionable at times, but
Yeah.
he's doing well for himself at this point. Ted generates a big under. Greg standing very much at that 3-meter line.
Bit further than 3 meters.
Yeah. Keon's there.
Oh,
Puts up
big
a
around.
floaty one.
Oh, Izzy has read that very well.
Oh, goes
Just
up.
goes over the top of Jin.
Goes up, snatches it down. And Flyers put in what we must say is a difficult hold.
You got a first time out of the game. Called by Sean. Even though they scored that one, they still called the timeout.
Yeah, you must think the shortage in the roster might be taking a bit of a toll now.
Yep.
7 points in, and they want a little bit of a break.
It's a great point. As we see this one here, Sam Keon just looks around. Big outside. And Izzy's read that perfectly. Big grab. He's having a great game.
He tells Jin, hey, that's how you throw those floaty OI throws.
Yeah. Yeah, Izzy had to work for that as well. Done well. And while we wait, thank you to OTTV for this coverage. Make sure to check them out on the Patreon. Hey, that's us.
It is.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
of
go to the
course,
description box. Check out OTTV on Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you too can support ultimate coverage.
yeah, and this coverage itself is free, and even better, the subscribing to the Patreon means that our hardworking cameraman.
Sure.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch,
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, Ultimate TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world
And
and beyond.
And welcome back. Looks like our timeouts.
Should be nearing the end of it now.
Force put in their chairs and start walking to the line. The Flyers slowly.
I'm going to be bringing up the YouTube stream, just in case there are any comments to answer. Of course,
Yes.
it's the best part of this. Responding to comments.
Oh. An unexpected new challenger approaches. Seng has taken off his jacket. He's got the cleats on, and he's heading onto the line.
Oh, yes. As I open up the comments, notable absence, Ben Foley,
Of course.
of course. Recently, new child joined the family.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Ben.
Yeah, congratulations. The future of SA Ultimate and Outbreak is looking bright. See both teams.
They're getting
And
ready.
Yeah, and now that Seng has joined the fray, White have an extra sub.
Yeah, not sure why he wasn't playing before, but he's back all of a sudden.
He's back. We'll see if he can produce something ridiculous like that layup from last week.
Oh, he was very happy about that one. If you follow him on Instagram, he was very happy about it. Multiple zoom-ins.
The pull goes up, and it looks like it's going to be another
here
brick.
we go again.
Oh,
Again. Exact same spot.
the same shape again, the same result
Yeah,
again.
maybe they've got to try a new one.
Well, some people say Insanity is repeating the same thing and hoping for a different result, and maybe our two captains are a little bit insane right now.
Exactly. Well, we're seeing a bit of a horror here.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what they can work out of here. Of course, Sean Davis pushing the lane.
Oh,
Murray with a lovely grab. Puts it in, gives it to Ben Paule. Ben puts it up. And Greg!
Oh my
Another
goodness.
huge grab right over Ted.
Wow, I must say though, Murray saved that point so hard with
Oh,
that
man.
huge layout.
That was a huge layout and a huge grab.
I'm saying, if you saw him on the beach on Saturday, he's been practicing. He was laying out all over the place.
That's what you want to see, and
Oh,
we see that layout.
beautiful.
Wow.
Saves their chops. Ooh, the
Oh,
replay.
another replay. Murray's gonna like that one. Save it to the highlight reel. And then we see the shot go up from Paule. Again, old reliable. It reminds me why Greg gets picked first round, even though he's getting up there in the years.
It's not that old. Making him sound way older than he is. But yeah, he was 4th pick, surprisingly. Dropped super far. Wilson could have had him. Sean could have had him.
Yeah.
And, of course, Gary could have had him. But all of them deciding not to go for Greg.
Well, it's paying dividends for Paule right now.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Southside Riptide really could have used someone like Greg. Their playstyle is very much work between the handlers and cut deep.
Yeah, I think Southside Riptide is definitely, I guess, lacking a bit in the receiver department.
Yeah.
A lot of the time they look to rely on Tim Stevens,
Yep.
who I imagine would be their lead goal scorer. And otherwise they look to very much play through guys like 30, Scary, just Sando, yeah, of course.
Nunu as well.
Yeah, just really trying to get that disc moving. But of course, with Scary's top 2 picks, he picked up John Brill, Big Dinner, and 30.
Yeah, both had some absences, but hopefully they're back the rest of the season.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully we can see Red Team, take a little bit of a breather, come back strong. And pull goes up from Sean Lace.
He's learnt the lesson.
Oh, has he? Yep.
Oh,
Yep, it's flattening out.
it's coming back.
That's great.
Yep.
It's a great floaty pull.
Yeah, he's
runs
doing
down.
a bit of an inside out
Always.
pull.
Sean Davis initiates. Ted gets a free under. Gareth with very questionable dump positioning there. Centers it back to Ted. Looks to get it back, but no. Kaon there comes to the front of the stack. Gets that disc. He's looking to shoot it, and he doesn't. Gets an easy under to Nathan
That
Dignal.
was very cheeky to get it past Parlay.
Sean. Easy disc to Seng.
Sing's first touch.
Sam O'Connell looking on fat side, just looking to work it back through the center. Goes to Gareth. Back to Kaon. And big bid,
layout.
but Diggers gets that disc. Sean Davis has it on the open side.
No quarter to go.
Yeah.
Oh, flowing. I think they were a bit disappointed that was a goal.
Sean Davis puts the disc down, goes to check if it's lining up.
Oh, he's calling himself out.
Oh.
Now, is this for fantasy
You know-
purposes or is this a good spirit?
Well, I never like to see the guy that scored the goal check if he was in.
Yeah.
I'd prefer a third party go and check it, but he's gone. He's saying, "Yep, I'm definitely in. I really need that one fantasy point." And they'll have a discussion.
No, he actually pointed himself out to begin with, so I think he's calling himself not in.
Oh,
Ted's
good
kind of
spirit.
the line here.
Ted, open side, but
Sam Kaon.
oh,
Looking nimble for someone who seems injured.
oh, I reckon that quickness, the ability to get free in the handler space, has always been a strength of his. So
Yeah, of course. Veteran player. Probably knows how to play through injury as well.
yeah, you can see Kaon fakes out Joe,
Veteran
scores the
move.
goal. Sean Davis called himself out. He said, "I don't want the 1, I want the 2." And so he gets it. An assist.
Now, the question is that good spirit or do you actually think it's for fantasy purposes?
It's hard to say. I mean, I like the idea of getting more points on fantasy, but hey, it wasn't a turnover, so
Bit of both.
good call.
Yeah, it's a close game. 5-4. East Adelaide still have the advantage. They're on offense now.
Yeah, win seems to be dying down just a little bit.
Yep. Because the scoreboard is not flipping around as much. So I'll update the score for those on the field.
Oh, as we see Sean Davis flip his cap back the other way, that's how you know he's playing defense.
That's running mode.
Yeah.
It's like attack and defense mode in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like which way the hat goes. If he's handling, the cap is forward.
Yeah.
If he's running, the cap goes back.
The Sean Davis has returned to pulling duties. Seems Gareth has been demoted.
Yeah, when you're the captain, you can do what you want. And he's going for a nice pull. That's nice and floaty. And that's
Nice
definitely
pull.
not going out.
Nice pull.
Catches it.
Sean Lace centers it to Joe. Puts it through the center, and Izzy!
Great attack on the disc.
Don't know if you got a hand on that
He
disc, but he
definitely got a
certainly
hand on
put,
that disc.
certainly put so much pressure on that throw.
Yeah,
Gareth and Sean just walking it up. Gareth is saying. Ted is not in yet, but
I think that's a pick. I don't think he'd be that free.
especially on the open side.
Yeah, Izzy got a hand onto that
Oh.
one. Great
Izzy
D right there.
using the long arms, just running through that disc. As we return to the field.
Oh, didn't
Ted,
affect the throw.
right on the goal line.
Oh, Sean
puts up
Davis
the-
laying out for that one, working hard.
We'll see what they can produce here. Sang gets it on that. It's a breakside dump.
Ooh, big around to leading Gareth.
We'll see what Gareth can do here. He's prone to sometimes forcing shots that aren't on, but a good look to Diggers in the middle. Diggers puts up disc. Sam
Ooh,
McConnell
big
grabs
bid.
it right in front of Murray. Ted providing the under, and it's an open side. Diggers, the casual one-handed grab.
Very nice.
There it is. Now we're all tied up. It's
Really, really clean. Other than that little throw from Ted to Sean that made him lay out.
Yeah.
Even that one as well. A bit suspicious, but send as well.
Looks like the Flyers are starting to get into a rhythm here. Diggers, free on the open side. Such a hard player to guard.
Broke them back. It's 5-0.
And this is what we want to see. It's not another 15-6 routing. It's a very tight game so far. Hopefully, will continue to be like that.
Queens League starting up behind us.
Yes.
The ladies playing a draft on the day. joke apparently.
Not quite sure what we're looking at here, but
Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me too.
Yeah, it's some sort of OTTV joke apparently.
Somewhere
Yeah.
out there, someone saying a prayer.
We're back.
as the disc
Davis
goes up,
pull.
Sean Davis, another big pull. All the way down the field. Oh,
Thank
doesn't
you.
opt to catch that disc, but he does center it to Joe. He's gonna play unmarked there on the break side. That's Keith. Back to Joe. Through the middle into Keith.
Yeah, it's a bit of a horror, but it's looking a bit messy. Not really sure whether.
Not really sure what. Yeah, it looks like a vert, but
No, it's a
Greg has got
horror,
the
but
disc.
the cuts are drying up. He's taking his time with that. Him and Joe had a bit of a smile
the
at
disc.
each other. Oh, no.
Joe just
Cold drop. I think he's still laughing at that joke with Pele. Having a cheeky laugh at each other.
He's having a bit too much fun out there right now. And can the Flyers capitalize on another turn? A high release, a cheeky throw to Ted. Centers it to Sam O'Connell. What can we see here? Back to Ted. Back to Sam O'Connell. Izzy provides an open side under. Throws that big hammer. And
It's just gone over the top. Oh my goodness, if that hit.
Flyers can't be too happy with that. They finally had a chance to go up in this game.
Yeah, I don't mean to overreact, but if that hit, he would be on an absolute rage of a game.
Oh. Just needs to, I guess, correct that. Correct the amount of power he put on that throw, especially kind of going with the wind. But we'll see the force coming out in offense again. Sean Lay slowly walking up to that line. He's in no rush. Kevin, lateral cut. Sam O'Connell just camping in that lane.
Oh, diggers.
Diggers gets another D. And we've come full circle. Sean Davis has the disc right where he had it last possession.
We've got a comment from Ben Foley telling us to join in singing from before. I'm not going to do that.
Center to Gareth. Gareth, big open side shot to Sam O'Connell. Sam O'Connell puts up the deep shot. Stevens there.
Oh, Pele just jumps over the top of him.
And there might be a call here.
I think I call a foul on that one. He did seem to jump over the back of him. Might have been a bit of contact
Might have
here.
been some contact to make the play.
There's definitely some contact, but
Yeah, looks like he might have kind of got him in the back after he hit the disc.
I think he kind of prevented him from jumping. So I think Steven couldn't get a jump up because Pele was basically riding on his back.
Yeah. And
Uncontested foul.
thank you for the use of hand signals. You can see it's an uncontested foul. So Steven's going to get that disc, tap it in, bring it into the front of the end zone.
Well, good thing you know your rules because
And let's see what he can make here. Gareth with that disc. Oh, puts up a backhand and Diggers. Just a bit of a
I
cold.
think he's trying to ride that one in. Not sure if he actually was in or not.
Joe's there. He might just look to shoot it. He does. But Sam O'Connell.
Oh, big layout. Yeah.
Oh, the big layout from Ben Powley.
Oh, it seems like he just
Bit of
tripped
a-
there. It wasn't a layout. Just kind of tripped.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll call it a
No, we
layout.
won't give the benefit of the doubt when it's Ben.
Gareth traveling, classic.
Wow, that is
Puts up an absolute shocker of a throw, but it comes off.
that is a really, really suspicious throw.
We've seen it before. Low percentage, high execution.
That's
Back to Gareth.
That's an indoor frisbee throw, and it's pretty windy today, so you don't really want to be doing something like that. But
Gareth, he's getting every other disc though.
yes,
Gives it back to Sean Davis. just runs a quick give and go. Keith is left in the dust, and Keith and Sean look to switch, but
Easy one.
no
Dead.
call in the field. He was just that open.
Yep. It's Steven.
And the Flyers, for the, I believe, first time in this game, go up 6-5.
Interview the dog, we're getting a comment. Not sure if they're talking about Ben Powley or the 5 dogs on the sideline, but we'll get one of them. Oh, there are actually exactly 5 dogs. No, there are 6 dogs on the sideline.
6.
Big quota. That has been filled. Oh, I see 30. 30 will be the next
30.
game.
He's shown up to play tonight.
Oh, thank you. Dog camera.
Oh. Look at all those good doggos. This is the content we want. We don't want to see a Ben Powley laying off the disc after it's already gone.
Not
past
the
him.
layout, he tripped. He
A trip out.
looking like a fool out there, tripping over his own feet. I'm giving this opportunity to trash talk Ben. He's done enough of it this season.
Look, I don't need to do the talking if he's gonna make plays like that. Do it for me. As you see, Sean Davis holding the disc. Looks like Gareth is still hasn't been promoted to pulling duties.
Yeah, Sean doing a lot of pulling, but it's a good problem to have if you're doing a lot of pulling because it means you're scoring a lot.
Yeah.
Just
You
going
see him
up.
lining up the pull, and the pull goes up.
Yep.
Smart choice. It's an OI pull. Looks like he wants to roll that disc out the field.
Didn't quite stop it, but
Got
nice
it
in the center.
Oh,
hammer.
another layout from Murray.
Again.
That beach. Oh, but he puts up a questionable shot.
No,
Sang is under that.
I don't mind this so much.
Oh.
Oh no, Ben.
And looks like Ben has made a call before he made a play on the disc. And we'll see a replay here.
He had that. He could have got that.
It's hard to say whether he's saying that Sang bumped into him before he went up to get the disc or not. Look in the field, they're just having a
Here we go
nice
again.
civil discussion. Sam Keon holding that disc. He doesn't want to give it up. So that's Steven. He's come on to provide an opinion, a third party.
I think Steven was the one who fouled him. Oh, but he's saying.
Oh, I thought that was Sang, but looks like it's going to White. Pally has given up his case. Keon's not being given much options. Puts up a high one.
Ooh,
Big inside to Sam O'Connell. Centers it to Steven, and he just looks upfield for a couple seconds and gives it back to Keon.
yeah, I think that's what you want as a cutter here.
Yeah, just grinding those unders. Steven
Oh,
gets up, fumbles it, but makes the grab. Ow.
That's a handler's dream right there.
Yeah, just throw it under, get the disc right back. Goes up to Sean on the backhand
Steven
side. He
is
puts
so
it up.
Free.
Steven is just... And it's a goal for Steven.
Northern
Make it-
Flyers getting away here.
Oh, Flyers have gone a bit of a run these past few points. And Steven recently made Mountain. And we see here just hits Sid with an under, cuts deep, and says goodbye.
Yeah.
No chance there. Good throw.
Steven, definitely a very skilled player. Very fast, very athletic. Just lacks a bit of conditioning at times.
You saw it on full display that he got up, fumbled the grab, made it anyway, grinded a couple of unders there to give the disc right back to Keon, and then cut deep.
That timeout. Ben Pale mood check, not happy. I'm smiling at him, but he'll smile back, but he's not happy.
He's coming over to the commentary booth to check out the score. Realizes he's down 5-7 and might get another mood check after he's seen the score. Yes, sir. 7-5.
This one is 5. Scoreboard has changed. Still a bit windy, so. Yeah. As you watch some of the highlights here.
Yeah,
Big one.
the throw goes up. Sam O'Connell, so free. Double-handed catch. Oh, we see the throw away from Sid.
What a comment. Don't show ellipsis footage. Of course, Ben Powley playing for Ellipsis in the WOT qualifiers. Not sure about his plans after that, but
Not sure about Ellipsis' plans after seeing what he's been doing this game. Started off strong with I think a couple of assists, but it's been a little bit quiet since then.
yeah, a bit of showmanship. Of course, coverage brought to you by OTTV. Have a look at the Patreon in the description box. Just small $5 donation a month, and you too can support Ultimate coverage. You can get them to come over to your city. You too can commentate,
That's true.
and you get to watch yourself play and listen to yourself talk if you're interested in that.
Yeah, and what Ultimate player doesn't want to have their own highlights? There's nothing worse than saying, "Wow, I did this extraordinary thing, but it just wasn't on camera." It just doesn't have the right feel as a replay that gets replayed, that gets zoomed in, shown from multiple angles.
Cameras, they're okay. Still cameras, they're alright. But video footage, that's where it's at.
Yeah. You saying you made a good play is temporary, but getting it on video is forever.
Exactly. Because only so many times you can tell someone a story and they go, yeah, okay, mate, I've had enough. But you showed them the video.
You show them video, and yeah, just brings back all the memories, really. Pull goes up from Sean Davis.
Oh, Sean Davis pulling again.
Another OI pull. Goes to Joe.
Gin handling now. On the
Palle's got
sideline.
the disc on the open side.
Saying just
Sends it to Joe. Through the middle to Keith. Back to Sean Lace.
ooh, faked the big one,
Oh.
but didn't opt to go for it. Ooh, almost. wasn't a
Spicy
second
throw,
one.
but he puts it up. Murray's there.
Oh no.
And Murray
Oh my.
makes a second effort grab there.
Wow, there's been a couple of those now this game.
It's been a couple, but
Everyone's recovering well from those.
we did see Ted fumble one of those out the back.
Yep.
Murray making a case for himself as the better walk till.
Yeah, don't tell Ted that.
Yeah. I don't know if the man watches Frisbee, so he might not watch his stream back, but 6-7.
He's keen. He's been in the live stream in the weeks he's not here, so
Oh, that's true.
he does watch some. I'm sure he'll watch himself back.
Oh, that's true. I'm sure he'll watch it back just to see which fantasy players to trade in and out.
Oh, that's true actually.
I
But
forgot.
he's playing this game, so he knows he's playing the one. He's not.
Yeah. You see the deep shot again go up from Sean Lace.
I've got a question since you're actually playing on a team.
Yeah.
How often does Wilson make your team watch back the videos?
Look, he never like demands it of us, but it's more like with Wilson as your captain, it's kind of just like a given, I guess. It's kind of like Wilson's your captain, so the team culture is like you're working hard, you're doing what you can to like.
You
do the
don't want to
best you can every
disappoint the
week.
teacher.
Yeah, of course not. And getting picked in Super League is very much a privilege that only 40 people get. So, when you do get picked, you want to make your captain proud for, I guess, investing in you. Stops the pull. They brought their whole team there. Kaon has the disc. Gareth just continues that cut to nowhere. Keith looked like he could have poached off there. Gareth with the disc. Open side. Up the line. Oh, another low one to Ted. Back to Gareth. Back to Sean.
Yeah, just
And
working it
break
here.
side throw. Sang the inside flick.
Oh, it's
puts
gone
it up.
over.
Sean
Lace
Lace
eats
catches
that
the
one up.
disc. Wants the 3 points. Wants to not give Flyers a second chance to make the grab again. To Jin on the break side.
Oh,
Jin-
Murray's got all the space in the world, but they
Jin
don't
looks a little bit
pull
stuck
the
here.
trigger.
Oh, but he gets bailed up by Joe. Joe gets an under from Jin. Jin, again, he's looking a little bit stuck.
Yep.
But he puts it up to Joe
Greg's-
in power.
Yeah, and
Joe
Greg's
puts up the
deep.
throw, backs Greg, and Greg.
Oh, he almost lost it for a second. Turned around
Wow.
like 3 times, but he's got it.
Turned around 3 times, still didn't know where the disc was going, but uses those go-go gadget arms to just make a very good grab.
And they bring it back, 7-0.
You see the throw again. Joe
Whoa,
puts
just...
a big backhand. Greg.
Yeah, I think everyone saw that coming from a mile away. As soon as Greg started running deep, he only had Sam McConnell on him, and you'd probably back him most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time when they say if you have a step deep, you know, you can win the matchup, but Greg can have 0 steps and still make some great plays.
Well, Greg can have negative steps and
Yeah.
he'd still win the matchup.
Joseph looks happy with himself. He's got +2
Yeah.
to his fantasy stats.
We have Galaxy Point here, 7-0. First team to score here goes half-time with a lead.
So Flyers have gone in a bit of a drought here. Forces come back, leveled up the score with a 0 run.
I am here.
Something like that.
I made the Galaxy Point.
The dudes have envied him for so long. Oh, Superfly.
Please tell us about the creation of Galaxy Point.
Exactly. It was in Canberra.
Which year?
You're so consistent with that camera on my face right now.
You're gonna make your fortune back.
2013 or 14, but Nationals. It was a game.
You see the
We
big
missed
floaty.
we missed it on the film, I think, but a huge pull. A lot of hang time in that one. Keon, Steven looks to give it back. Gareth just stands in the middle of the field, pulls that disc. Izzy, he's so open. Steven. Gareth gets it back.
No looking. There are a lot of deep
Gareth
options.
throws
that
a
were good.
lefty. Might be the first we've seen this game.
Yeah.
Gets it back. Throws a big backhand, but I reckon Murray's got this. And he does. He gets the D. Runs through it.
Returns the favor on Izzy's D on him before.
Yeah.
Speaking of lefty backhands, Ben Foley's sorely being missed out here.
Yeah. If we had stats to track how many lefty backhands have been thrown, minus the cheetahs that are actually left-handed.
I'm pretty sure Ben Foley probably throws more left-handed backhands than actual left-handers, just because of how much the disc he gets.
That's true. He always gets many touches a game. You see Force work it even further into the end zone. Another lefty. We're getting up there now. They must have heard our commentary.
Yep.
Moves up the line to Ben Paule.
This is...
Jin makes a big grab over the top. And Jin shoots it,
Puts it.
but Gareth.
Ooh, everyone just seems to misread that. And Murray, another goal.
Force come back with a 3-0 run to take half. That's
Yep.
8-7.
That one, Murray.
Murray, he's always there for the continuation.
Strolls into the end zone, always a workhorse. Ooh, dog.
Another doggo on the camera. Ben Paule,
Yep.
his charismatic voice rallies the troops. Tells them, grab a drink.
In a much better mood now after that timeout.
Yeah,
He's smiling.
from
he's-
5-7 to 8-7.
He's very happy.
Yeah, that Ben Paule mood check is It's looking jovial, one could say.
Yep. Smiling.
As we sift the camera to, I believe, our Queen's League. I believe that's Rachel with the disc. Throws a backhand, puts it up, and
V grabs that one.
yeah.
Oh, great coverage going on. We've got 2 games going at the same time. This is
Oh.
some next level coverage. See Rachel, big over the top. V just reads that one well.
Got some serious rotation on that.
Oh, now
camera.
we'll go to the footy over here.
If this isn't worth the $5 a month, I really don't know what
Bit of a
is.
clanger here.
Oh, not much of a footy guy, but
They're playing touch footy, so I think this is like very similar to Ultimate Rules, where if it touches the ground, it's turnover,
right.
which isn't what AFL is normally like. Ooh. Harder thing with kicks. Comes off the foot, not as accurately as throwing a disc.
Yeah, I mean the advantage is that sometimes it gets affected less by the wind, but I don't think the wind is playing a factor in this game.
They got less wind disadvantage, but yeah, just kicking something off your foot is so much harder. Oh,
Yeah.
Great mark there. Line up for goal, I think.
Is it goal? Or are they simply playing? Yep, looks like a goal.
Easy 6 points for them.
Oh, get a replay of that one too.
Nice.
Punts it straight through the goals.
Back to Queen's League.
Yep, through the middle. Looks for a dump. Finds one.
Yeah, Slee working all the way around.
Big throw, but the grab is made. Puts it up the line. And
Went through the zone nicely.
Shogena. And
Oh,
just slowly
big
working against the
over
zone.
the
Puts
top.
up the shot.
Ooh.
Oh, and V just puts enough pressure to cause that turnover.
Yep. Bit of sibling rivalry right there.
Yeah, she tells her, "Oh, I'm the bigger sister."
Oh, the zone comes on the other way as well.
Oh,
You know.
2 big grabs now. Middle of the field. Emily looks to dump back. This moves to, I believe, Tori.
Yep.
Puts up a big bladey shot. V
Nice
does
grab
well
by
to
V.
reel it in.
Oh,
And
through
another
the middle
low
of the-
backhand that unfortunately finds the grass.
Oh, someone got a hand onto that.
Take a look.
Sleeping at the disc now. Oh,
Oh,
big grab.
and again, just the transition zone off the turn. Just moving the disc calmly against that zone. Oh,
Ooh. Got a hand onto that, dropped it.
ooh, as we unfortunately see a replay of that turnover. And here we are.
Ooh,
We're back to Super League. Both teams have a nice chat coming out of half. And right now we're on serve. It's 8-7 to Force as they come out of half on defense.
Wow, it's actually very close.
Yeah, this is more points than the Flyers scored last time these 2 teams met.
Yeah, that's a good sign. And it's only half time, so
Yeah.
still anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this is Flyers' offensive half, so you'd imagine they would put up a good fight. As we see Joe pulls
Joe
at this,
pulling.
puts up a big pull,
This is floaty. This is hanging.
and Keon just catches it casually. Sean Davis,
Oh, Gareth really milking that one.
oh, Gareth puts it inside through the middle. Sean
Oh.
Davis has got the disc,
It was all
finds space, puts up the thrown his space, trends Gareth, and Ted back to Gareth, back to Sean.
there's a
Puts up
hammer.
a interesting hammer to Nathan Dignam. Back to Sean. An inside flick, and Ted, can he make this grab? No.
Yeah, just flying out over the top of him, unfortunately.
He's had a couple of misreads this game. The wind, maybe he just hasn't quite got the got a feel for it yet.
Yeah, that one should have gone straight to him, though, I think. I'm not sure if that one was his fault.
Yeah, no, that one is a sharp inside flick. Sometimes those will just rise in the wind, but we'll see if Force can capitalize off this turn. As looks like Gareth is just standing in the lane and leaving Keith completely unmarked. We'll see if they look to move the disc to him. He puts up an inside flick into space.
Kevin saving that one. Not the
possession.
intended target.
No, definitely not.
He was probably the number 3 target there. Went past 2 other players.
Keith back to Sean, back to Keith, now to Jin. And this is Cole in the field.
Some sort of call here.
Is he giving us a little bit of a dance? Maybe a reenactment if.
Might have been travel call then.
Yeah, I think it might have been. And might have some perspective from other people in the field. Keith doing a little jig of his own.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of a warning. Hey, stop walking so much when you throw. Was this a foul call?
Oh, I don't know. They've been like doing little jigs here and there. I reckon it might have just been a travel.
Yeah, it seems like a long conversation for a travel call.
But it's been resolved, and it's back to Jin. He's stuck.
Ooh,
Oh,
Sam
O'Connell almost runs down, but Kevin puts up the shot. For the third time, will make the play, and
Ted finally gets one on Greg. Oh, but Greg was a
he's called a
foul on
foul.
him. Oh, no.
Greg tells Ted, hey, that's illegal. You're just supposed to let me grab those over you.
As we see the replay here, Ted definitely got there first.
Oh,
I think that's clean. But
and as he come back to the field, it has been retracted.
Yeah, it's been retracted.
Ted comes out of half, tells Greg, hey, it's my turn.
Yeah, I think Greg was just in disbelief that he actually lost an aerial battle for once. I was like, no way, unless it's a foul. But
Sean, up to Izzy, up to Diggers.
Diggers
puts up a floaty one up the line.
Oh, it's an
And
easy one.
Kaon puts up shapy throw, but
no.
Oh! And Greg is definitely not going to let this one slide.
Oh.
Or is he?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Take it to the circus. It's an acrobatic show. He's juggling.
Greg with the double sadness. He doesn't make the play on Ted and then just doesn't catch that D, leading to a score for the Flyers.
That was ridiculous.
Oh.
I actually can't believe that.
Might see a replay of that
Probably
one.
took 10 swipes of that.
That's Diggers.
So he gets up the line. And
Throws
then
it up the line to
knowing
Kaon.
he has an advantageous matchup here, he just runs straight up the line again.
Cuts. Gets there. Greg comes in. Nathan looking like he's on D there, but
No, he grabs it. Oh, just got it under him.
a camera angle doesn't quite show if he's got the disc, but we'll take his word for it.
That's
Diggers
nice. That's nice.
Diggers is one of the best spirited guys in SA Ultimate.
Yeah, and Greg's a nice guy as well.
Yeah.
Although,
until you get a D on him
yeah,
when he cuts deep.
and before he drinks his coffees. That's the other time you don't want to get on Greg's bad side.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Greg hadn't touched that disc, Nathan wouldn't have had that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth bit on that. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've got a pair of snowmen here, 8-all.
Yeah, Flyers giving us a little bit of a treat. To just put in this point.
Very insightful commentary from Mike.
Well, it is almost Christmas time, so
That is
pair of
very handy.
snowmen
Except in Australia, we've got it the opposite way because it's summer here. Whereas you watch all those Christmas movies, It's winter everywhere else in the world. In
Yeah.
Europe, it's winter. In America, it's winter.
Well, I wouldn't really say we have a winter here. All we get is just rainy, windy days, but those really happen at all times of the year, so.
It's still kind of windy.
Oh. Disc goes in the middle. Sean to pick up. Gives Gareth a bit of a bump. And Sean just throws an easy open side. Looks like Flies might be throwing a bit of a zone here.
It's
It's
a bit
like
of a poachy look.
It's a bit of a
No,
poachy
I
one.
think it's still
And
match defense.
I
but
reckon it was poachy at the start, but now they've collapsed into man defense.
I think it was the offense that caused the defense to look like a bit of a zone because they were a bit all over the place.
That's true. Ben has got the disc. What can he produce here? A low dump that is caught by Sean Lace. Continues break side to Keith. Back in the middle. And back to Ben. Back to Sean Lace. Really padding those passes, those touches per point. Open side, give and go. Sean Lace on the open side.
Sean Dave's throwing his hat away.
He's tired of those aerodynamics. Just wants more speed. Oh, spicy
Cheeky
inside. Sean Lace surveying his options.
Big
Puts up
around here.
It's a big around that goes to Sid, and we'll see what he can do. And this time he does make the completion of Joe. That's a good sign. Sean back to Joe. Joe just puts up a crossfield and
Oh no.
bit of a cheeky throw there, but Sean Lace
he
finds that
almost got a
disc.
sniff at that.
And Murray scores another goal.
Nope.
Yep.
Another
So,
timeout.
another timeout call.
So on the topic of snowmen and the Northern Hemisphere, OTTV recently partnering with the European Ultimate Federation to live stream all their games, or to be their partner essentially for 2022 and 2023. It's exciting.
That is exciting. Quality coverage and a lot of games.
Yeah, so Australian and European Ultimate, this is where you want to be.
And we
Back to
head over
Queens
to the
League.
Queens League where Tori just gets a D. And it's like,
Jackie back. Jackie, the left-handed, always reliable handler.
yeah.
Taking out to the far sideline.
Sends it again. Back to Jackie. Moves up the disc and
Ooh,
just a
poached
simple run
D.
through there. And it goes back. Simple open side and ooh, just another open side throw. And Mark looks a bit unclear here, but got an open play in the end zone, doesn't see it, puts it through the middle.
Oh no,
Oh.
it's a bit of nothing. There's a middle, 6 players it looks like.
Bit too visionary. Just thought, hey, I'll put up the shot and someone will make the grab, but
Unfortunately not the case.
yeah. And looks like they're coming out with a zone again,
Oh
and
no.
it's a turn straight away. I think the throw might have been a little bit behind her.
Yeah, I think she wasn't expecting that one. CC picks the disc up. It's looking like Deb. Of course, recently winning State League and Big Kevs just on the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's a good streak to be on.
See if she can win this game here. Easy goal. Puts
And
it
a
in.
score.
Right in the front of the end zone. Bit of an ISO play.
See a bit of a replay. Just brings it up to the goal line. Just cuts right in front of the handler. Not a cut you usually like to see, but makes it work. Drags the player all the way to the break side, and
Yeah, I think she pretended she was going to give up on the break side there and then came back.
a little bit of mind games over there.
Yeah, cheeky veteran move.
And here we are, back with Super League. Our timeouts is just finished, and
And I spy with my little eye a Nick
yeah,
out again. 10th round pick.
10th round pick.
A bunch of maybes.
Bunch-
He's out again. I don't think
He
he's
had
missed
the,
a game.
He had the minimum number of yeses actually to sign up for the league, but
They're all lies.
he's 5 for 5.
They're
and,
lies.
you know, as someone who plays on his team, I will take that. But
Yeah, I'm starting to think he just messaged Wilson behind the scenes. Yeah, I just
Wilson
him.
told him.
I'm
Wilson
actually
told-
coming out every week.
Wilson told him just cross out a few, tank the draw stock a little bit.
Yeah, I think Brian on the south side of Riptide hasn't played a game yet, so
Yeah.
that's an
so-
actual no. But Nick, been out every game, very reliable.
Yeah, I mean, Brian seems to have taken on the Tim Davis role. Tim has played every game, and he's doing quite well for himself this league.
Yeah, he's still looking pretty nimble, looking good. Not injured yet. Usually, this is about the time he gets injured. I'm not going to jinx it, but
I want to jinx it, but it is one of the perpetual storylines of Super League.
I think it's also whenever he's on the same team as Sean, which isn't the case this time.
Yeah.
Because Sean
And-
also gets injured early if he's on the same team as Tim, so maybe it's the brother debuff.
Pull goes up. It's a floaty pull. Sam O'Connell fields it.
Yep, back to the Sam's handling.
Yep. And of course, Sean Davis with the initiating cut puts up a quick one, and
that
there
is
might be a bit of a call
definitely
here.
a foul call, and Greg instantly uncontested.
Yep.
He's kind of running into the back of him, kind of knocking the disc out. Yep.
Gives him a little friendly bump.
Yeah. Good spirit
Put
here,
the disc
though.
back in. Ted gives it up to Gareth. What does Gareth look to do here?
Ooh, Nathan really
Looks to center.
dug deep for that
Ted.
cut there, but looked off. Sam Cowan here.
So we've got Kaon and Ted back now. Kaon looks to give and go.
Still looking pretty good out here, Sam.
Doesn't look like he's injured, but
Cuts are drying up. Ted's the only one giving him something.
it's just the two handlers, and now we've got a Diggers, I believe, giving it back to Gareth. Gareth looks to does a wobbly one, but comes up.
Ooh, the inside break was on. He
Oh,
thought second.
Kaon hesitates, puts it up, and there it is, Sean Davis. Sean fakes the hammer. It's a big fake. But Kaon,
Oh, Sam Cowan working.
give go, just runs deep. I wouldn't quite call him a receiver, but oh, looks like
No. He's out. He's out.
oh. We'll see a replay of this shot.
Oh, no.
Yep, he's definitely outside the.
I think Ted is just sick of everyone else throwing super high throws at him, so he returned the favor.
Yeah.
That's just really unfortunate. They were working it so well. They were flowing really well. And
Returned that inside flick that Sean threw earlier. And the shot goes up from Joe. He's trusting Ben. The Ben, Sean.
Oh, it's gone over both of them. Got them both. Sean jumps early.
Like
Sometimes that's just what you could do as a short player. You jump early, yeah, you make the other player.
just make them
Panic.
believe that you can jump like 11 foot high, and they'll be like, well, I have to respect you now.
Yep.
And another turnover, Diggers. Big cut, but
Yeah, can't quite shake Sean Lace off him.
yeah. Gareth puts it up to Kaon. Sorry, to Connell, and Sam back to Sam.
Sam Cowan back
He's
here.
got
He's
the
really
disc,
tiring
just throws
Keith
a
out here.
wobbly open side. Looks it up. Oh, Gareth tries to do the madx cut.
Ooh.
Ted puts it up to space to O'Connell.
Ooh,
Oh,
that is definitely a
and
foul.
Izzy is definitely calling a foul. And
I think it's every right to.
I think Jin might actually have a.
Might have a chat.
might have a
Kind of looked like a foul under strip to me, but of course they'll have a
It's
chat.
hard to say. It's always dependent on did Izzy have control of the disc
Yeah.
when Jin hit it, and
Of course, we don't know that. Only they do.
yeah, I mean
Self-refereed sport.
from a first look, from the first replay, it looked like Jin might have got a hand to it before Izzy did, but we'll see another replay of this. And it looks like it does hit Jin's hand before Izzy's, but of course, a contested throw will always go back, so the offense inherently has the advantage, and yep, that is what they'll do.
Yep.
Send it back, which is good. I mean, sometimes you want to stick to your guns. It's not a bad thing in
Yeah,
Frisbee.
of course, it's your own perspective. Izzy could have thought he had that in his hand first. They don't have the great coverage of OTTV, all the angles and the replays. So
All the slow motion replays.
They just have to go with what they have out on the
Oh,
field.
Gareth just sets up the dump right behind, but it goes to Sean. Easy open side. Ted back to Sean. What's he looking for? Open side. No. Throws a big hammer.
Oh, Sam Kaon receiving that one.
Receiving. Usually you see Kaon on the other end of those hammers, but not at all. Receives it, gets the 1 point.
Yeah, he's looking good.
And it's 9s. This game is very much still a tight one.
Yeah. Wow, we're up to 9-0.
Approaching close to the 75-minute mark, it looks
I'm smelling a universe point coming up. I'm hoping for it.
Would we be so blessed?
Of course, another exciting game coming after this. Southside Riptide up against the West Beach Titans. Southside Riptide looking for their first win. Looking better, especially with their players out. Haven't seen John Brill yet, but hopefully he'll be out tonight.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we'll see the top picks come out for Southside.
There's that disc. Kind of mirroring the ones on the other side that were going out.
Oh. And
so someone hasn't learned their lesson. And we're back to this again.
Didn't quite see who pulled that one. I can't imagine it'd be Sean. He's been pulling well this game, but maybe he's try to switch things up and realize that, well, gotta go to old reliable. Speaking of our next game, West Beach look to continue a 2-game winning streak, I believe.
3-game winning.
3? Yeah, actually, you're right.
Actually.
After the first loss to this Northern Flyers team, they've bounced back, got a team against every other team, and in the process, given Ben Powley his first Super League loss ever.
So thank goodness for that. Everyone's thinking it. No one wants to say it. Ooh, that one just up the line. Very nice.
Sean Lace puts it up.
That's too easy. That one really coming up on Sean Lace fast. It was kind of...
It was a tight window, but
yeah.
Murray made it work.
Murray
didn't really
have...
have...
up the line here. Kind of got up on him a bit.
Got up on him a little bit.
This one... Lost his defender. They had no idea this is coming.
I think yes, I mean, it's the disadvantage of face marking your cutter sometimes. You just don't see the disc when it goes up unless you've got a sideline to call it for you. And in this case, Flyers have only got 2 on the sideline, so...
Yeah. And face marking experienced players is very difficult because they'll make you look like a fool sometimes.
Yeah. This time, Ben, not on the other end of looking like a fool, makes diggers, punishes diggers, scores the goal. And it looks like he is holding on to that disc for dear life. He wants to pull again.
No one's taking that disc off him.
Joe takes a couple steps towards him, asks, Pale, please, can I have the disc? He's like, nope, I'm the captain. Holds on to that disc. Calling matchups here. Ben's got his hand up.
We're off.
Another big throw. And this one looks like it's going to land in. It's a big pull. He's got some hang time. And will Sam McConnell catch it? He will. Quickly gets rid of it to Sean Davis.
That's a reach forward for that one.
Yeah. Almost looked like Sid was going to make a play on that disc for a second. Oh. Suffocating defense on the handler mark, but he gets free. Throws the break set to Izzy. Izzy puts up a wobbly one, and Ted tells his brother, that's my disc, mate. Back to Gareth.
Childhood memories.
Oh, actually, we do have Ted marking Murray this point.
Yeah.
It's an interesting matchup, actually.
Well, it's Murray marking Ted. Ted's the one on offense.
Yeah, that's
Very offensively minded
Nathan
player.
Dignam, the no-look to Sean. Not a guy you see in the handler space much, but Gareth gets a diss back, and he puts up a shot that
Wow.
Sean calls himself in. His team runs up, but
No, that was looking really good. It was looking really smooth, but I am not sure how much you rate that last throw. Have a look here.
we'll take a look at it on the screen. And you see Sean's got a step, but there's a bit of a... I mean, you could say it's intentionally OI, but it just didn't look... I mean, again, low
It looks
percentage.
good because it came off, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, low percentage, high execution.
Yeah.
The throw kind of fell into Sean's hands, but makes you scratch your head about whether you want to make that kind of decision, especially in this tight game.
And
Tense.
I'll ask you, how do you personally feel about that throw? If you were captaining someone and they made that throw,
Look,
would that be a hey, that was good, but maybe think twice about it?
I've played with players that, you know, do take those kind of shots, and I always like to tell them the result is different from the decision.
Yeah.
Right? It's the result, sure, you may have scored a goal, but if you make that same decision 100 times, you're probably not even going to convert on like 50 of those.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's more about your own growth as a player, just making good decisions which lead to good results, rather than bad decisions that sometimes lead to good results.
Yeah, well said. Here we have new puller alert. Ted Wachtel.
After a couple of bricks from our other pullers, we'll see what he can do.
Wow.
It's a big alright, and that's gonna roll.
Not bad.
Roll, and it's fielded by Sean Lace, centering to Joe. The classic.
Back to
Joe, give and go. Wants that disc back, demands it. And he puts up the shot again to Greg.
Ooh.
Oh!
Gets the best of him again.
Ted has come out of half with a vengeance.
Yeah, so that was a zone look put on. Ted was the one deep defender.
Yeah.
Of course, if that's the case, you do want to throw it to Greg.
Yeah, I mean, after a couple of highlight plays on him in the first half, he took his inner Michael Jordan, took it personally, and he's got a couple of Ds back.
Yeah, and he would definitely be looking to take a break next time.
Gareth puts up the shot to Steven.
Steven is so free. And the Northern Flyers taking the lead here, breaking them.
As we approach the 80-minute mark right here. Wow. Steven has been doing some good things this game.
Oh, yeah.
Just in perfect position, perfect flow, just runs that disc. Gareth this time takes a good decision that leads to a good result as not a captain, but a potential one. That's, you know, that is what you want to see.
Yeah, and that was all set up from that zone defense, forcing that deep throw to Greg.
Yeah.
Not really forcing.
Not really
I think
forcing.
they were looking for it. They opted into that.
Yeah, they took the shot, and we've kind of seen some of these flicks going from left to right. Kind of go a little bit OI.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to put up a nice flat floaty shot that isn't so bladey.
Yeah, Ted really working that deep space. It's twice now he's gotten Greg. How many times have you seen players go in South Australia get Greg twice?
Oh.
Not often.
Twice in this half alone.
Yeah.
We'll see if Flyers will come out with that same zone again. Maybe Ted wants to go 3 for 3 on plays against Greg.
Yeah, I wish I had a team list up in front of me so I could actually...
If you got another new puller. Does Sam O'Connell pull this game?
Oh, I don't think so, actually.
New puller. All right. We'll see. Oh, a bit of a low pull. But, you know, he makes up to half
Still
and
rolling.
Pale
Ooh,
stomps on that
stomps
disc.
on it. I want a disc check on that one.
Oh, Murray is just running deep. And, yep, they have put on the same zone. And it looks like the Force aren't really setting two deeps. They've got Murray and they've got Greg. And makes you think. Oh, wobbly one goes back to Sean Lace. And it goes back to Joe, losing a bit of yards here. And that's that inside window. And
Oh, it's gone way over the top. Murray trying to greatest that one, but not quite getting there. So we see us.
Murray makes
That's how
taking
far
a
it's
bit of a
gone out.
tumble. Sean's got the disc, throws the inside to Seng.
Yep.
Seng, middle of the field, no mark. Just runs an easy give and go, and they've switched. So Ted's got it on this flick sideline. Sean puts up a floaty one, but it's read by Sam O'Connell. Wasn't in the play, but thought, hey, I've got a shot at this. Oh, Gareth puts up a...
No. Oh, it's another one.
Oh.
Jin just puts that one down.
Sang ran in to make that play, but...
Wow, just over
Jin.
the top.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
that's
so close.
So close.
And another one. Murray's just busting it deep, but
Yeah. He's got Ted
with
back
no one
over
else
there.
to stretch the field, it's kind of basically just a one-on-one against Ted. And after what I've seen this half, oh, Paolo just puts up a strange throw that, you know, actually looked pretty good. Joe puts up a throw on that backhand sideline. Keith, does he toe it in?
Sean's called that one out.
Gareth is also calling it out. I think
Unfortunately, no lines.
I think Ben is also reluctantly calling it out. Mood check, he's got his hands on his hips. Not looking happy. I reckon he wanted to score that one. But another turnover and Flyers.
Oh, another turnover here. That was
Sam
looking
Keon
good.
shouting orders from the sideline. Tells them, hey guys, work hard. I've got a limp, I'm still putting in work out here. And there's a call. It's a timeout.
No.
Timeout's been called.
Now, I wonder, has time cap been called yet? Of course, the tournament director on the field.
Close to 85 minutes here.
You'd imagine it's been called by now, but as I look at the team lists now, key players missing. From the East Adelaide Force, Alice and Will.
Yeah.
Both missing. So they're-
Will wanted another storyline of this league.
yeah,
He's been playing left-handed all year, but suddenly his
lot of
right hand
it's-
has come back.
Yep.
10-11.
Another one of those sandbagging players in the draft. Just,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I don't have any sort of throw whatsoever. Just kidding. Got it all. Then for Northern Flyers, we have, of course, Ben Foley's mentioned, and John Perkins
Yeah.
also missing. So another pair of legs that they could use.
John Perkins, of course, the workhorse of this team. He's a very valuable pair of legs to have.
Yeah.
On defense. On offense, he's, you know, maybe you don't really want him getting a lot of touches on the disc, but you do want him grinding, getting unders, and giving it back to a handler. So
He creates space and he tires out defender, and he's actually not too bad at this. He's pretty handy overall.
yeah, I think he's gotten a lot better over this year, and I believe he's also recently made the mountain team.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Congratulations to him. Yeah, no, he did. I did commentate
Yeah.
a game with him, and he did mention that.
so congratulations to him. I believe one of his, but a bit of his feedback was just throw better. So we'll see as Super League pans out how far he's come along with it.
Yeah. So, a stats person, Talis, saying they're milking the timeout here. Both teams are. They're both doing it.
Well, both teams, we did comment that they haven't got very many young players, so maybe the extra break is welcome. All right, as we see Flyers setting up out of the timeout. See what kind of look they have here. We'll see whether Force look to set up a zone out of the turn. I think it's unlikely, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, they've allowed to match this entire season. I don't think they've played a single point of zone yet. Oh, actually, no, they have played a couple, I think.
I reckon they'll back themselves though.
Yeah, it's an athletic team. They'll probably back themselves in a match against anyone. Maybe the only team that could contest them athletically is the West Beach Titans. They're pretty athletic, if I say so myself. Or I'm not part of that team. You are, so.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a good mix of experience, who are also quite athletic. Looking at Marty and Tim Davis. And we've got, obviously, hard-working legs in Connor. He's been doing well for himself this week. Sam Tonkin. And, yeah, it's just all around quite a solid team.
Dennis Shine, still a workhorse.
Of course. Dennis Shine, I forgot to put his name there, but he's right up there with Tim and Marty. He's made some layouts this league. He's been putting in work.
Ooh.
And Sang makes the grab, takes the contact, doesn't call anything.
He got it, so I think he wants to move on. Didn't want to give them any momentum.
Just didn't want to interrupt the flow, I suppose.
Yeah.
Izzy, back to Sean. Sean, bit of a slippage, but gives it to Gareth. Back to Sean in the middle. Ted cuts out. Izzy's right there. And we'll see if he gets the disc back here. Gareth
that one.
Accelerates to make that play. Oh, Sean just puts up a floaty one. But
he's got all the time in the world.
Got all the time, yeah.
Greg playing a bit off his play this game.
Izzy getting grassy. Gives it back to Sean. Sean looking for an inside flick, I reckon. But Joe looks like he might be poaching that lane just a little bit. Gareth gets it back. Oh, calling for the walk. Gareth, back to Ted. Ted sends it back to Sean.
Sean working hard this point.
Yeah,
he keeps looking for the break though. He really wants it.
He really wants it, but there's not much continuation. And as I say that, they've got it up the field to Nathan Dignam. Diggers, back to Sean. Looking like an every other kind of point.
This is looking good.
Low throw to Izzy.
Red zone.
And it's back to Sean again. Really playing the every other. Puts up a flick and Diggers. Just
Young legs, Nathan Dignam just outrunning Sean Lace there. Wow, they've gone up. 12-10.
12-10.
This is getting exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think we were really expecting this result without a Ben Foley.
Yeah, without a Ben Foley, and you know, based on the last time these two teams met, I wasn't expecting such a tight game, but Flyers have really dialed it in today. They've been doing some good stuff out there.
The thing is, this Flyers team is playing exactly how you would play if you had Ben Foley in your team. Just really fast cuts, unders, swinging, just really cleaning the disc of the handlers.
Yeah, and you know, I think it's similar to how West Beach Titans would play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not a very trademark secret or anything, but we do look to swing the disc a lot. Quick movement, generating unders, which is exactly what this Northern Flyers team is doing. So, looking good. Up 2 as we approach as we are actually past the 90-minute mark now. So,
yeah, West Beach Titans, they do work the unders, but if I got $1 every time I saw the back of Wilson cutting deep, just reaching around, grabbing that disc with one hand.
That's true. I think
I'd be a very rich man.
I imagine our team has a couple more receivers than.
So maybe it is Nathan Dignam and Ted Wachter that makes a difference. Maybe Ben Foley's not that much of a factor. But
maybe the absence of lefty backhands does not bring this team down too much.
Speak of the devil, Ted Wachter's back. He's pulling.
Back and he's pulling. Puts up a big one again.
They're big, but
I don't think this is getting caught. Joe catches it low one to Sean Lace. What's it open side to Ben? Yeah. Ben looks like he's wanted to wind up that deep shot, but Joe gets it.
Ooh, he's looking for it as well.
Looks to center it, and Ben makes a big grab. Makes a big layout to get that grab. And he puts up a high one that's caught by Sean Lace. Sean surveying his options, just looking out to space. Sean, he's got the disc. He's got a bend again. And Diggers is suffocating defense. And a bailout from Joe, however. Sends the disc back to the center. Joe looks for that give and go. Looks for power. But there's no Greg cutting deep here. Surveys his options. Looks to dump again. And it's up to Keith. Keith looked to continue that flow, but it wasn't there. Joe looking for that inside flick, I reckon. Oh, but saying one of the toughest marks in SA. I'm proclaiming that.
Yeah.
Sean Lace back with the disc. There was an inside that Ted almost gets a D on, but Greg just grabs that. Sean right to break side. Looking at Joe. Joe's looking at the field. Joe's looking at his cutters. The cutters are looking at Joe, and there's not much coming out. But
Ooh, that one he just sneaks past everyone.
oh, a cheeky throw down that break side just finds, I believe, Keith.
Yeah.
Take a look at the replay there. There we are. Keith is cutting out there. Sam Keon playing some old man defense, just poaches the area. And he gets punished for it. Turns his back and throws that.
Yep, so I think it's game 13 now, apparently, according to some people.
So I've been hearing.
Yeah, really cheeky sneak together through.
12-11, Diggers. 12-11. Yeah, 12-11 game 13. Yeah.
So, full credit to the defenders, the handler defense on the Northern Flyers. Nathan, Dignam, Gareth Chang, and Ding Sing Ang. They really made the handlers work. It was incredibly difficult to get that disc through. And took some one really cheeky Ben Pale throw to get a goal there.
Yeah, and, you know, there's an old adage that good offense beats good defense. And, you know, we kind of saw that on that point. Couple of high stall bailouts and a couple of high stall bailouts and a couple of unders, and Force find themselves back at 11-12.
Yep. So the Northern Flyers win this point. They'll win. And then the East Adelaide Force win.
Yeah.
We're going to universe.
Flyers just need a hold, and the Force need a break and another break. Ben Powley back in pulling duties.
Yeah, no more messing around. I'm captain.
Yeah.
Gimme.
Want that pull.
Me.
That's the one I was talking about. That's the high OI pull that we talked about at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Puts it in. A bit of a roller, but Keon fields it well.
Yeah.
To Izzy. There's a bit of a call, and Murray's coming off injured.
That's not
a
what you
good
want to
sign.
see. Not sure. Ankle, calf, cramp.
Come off with a bit of a
knows?
limp, so you would imagine. Saying something about his foot. Not a good sign.
Yeah. As you get back to play soon.
So. Keon looks like breaks that throw to Gareth.
Yeah,
What
they're
did
really
Gareth
working those
get?
breakthroughs really well.
Gareth puts it. Oh, looks a little bit tight, but came off.
Another break to Sean. He was almost in power position there. But
Sean
no one
looks
was
for
there.
that open side give and go. It's a sneaky favorite. Looks for another give and go. Just working Kevin here. Runs him deep. And we're seeing the disc back with Gareth. Gareth,
Jeuken
cheeky
had a
throw,
sniff at
but
that.
Kevin with a loud stall count. Goes back to Keon, back to Sean.
Ooh, my.
Keon.
Oh,
my. Ted
Ooh.
makes a grab. And it's a
Wow,
score.
the Northern Flyers take it
Flyers
out.
take it 13-11.
Wow, what a game.
I really don't know about that hammer, but well,
Yeah, I was looking bad. Even this
questionable-
one, up the line.
questionable
Ooh,
decision.
Great mid by Sid.
Good result.
No.
Keon, hammer just turns over on him.
I'm telling you, Sam Cowan's hammers are better than his backhands. I swear. And he's thrown more of them as well.
Looking at this game, it's not saying much. And yeah, there we have it.
Wow, Northern Flyers upsetting the East Adelaide Force. That's loss number 2 for Ben Pale.
Yeah, so now I believe both teams are at 3-2 in this league.
Oh, and I'm glad I'm not commentating next game. We have Ben Pale and Sam Cowan coming up after this.
Oh.
To commentate the Southside Riptide versus the West Beach Titans.
Always bound to be some spicy commentary. Yeah, and fires after getting blown out 6-15 last time. Come back with a 13-11 win.
Yep.
Really looking solid today. So you see
Alti.tv.